I wanted to take the kids to a place that they would remember. A place that would mean something historically one day.
This is what we're going to leave behind. I remember watching the boys do this and think, oh God, it won't be long now.
You know, the flight down was the worst part. I hate flying. It was just a few months after September 11th.
We didn't get very much sleep the night before.
It was a pretty long plane ride, not too bad though. You talked about it.
Viva la Revolución. I remembered the cars from the last trip.
Yeah, lots of old cars there.
Yeah.
Veradero is better off than a lot of parts of Cuba. It has some oil wells. It has the tourism, of course, beautiful sandy beaches, loads of Canadian and German and surprising number of American tourists there.
That's where we stayed at a resort. That was pretty cool. It was fun.
I remember this exact moment. We had arrived in the hotel room and walked onto the balcony. I gasped at the sight of the beach. It was picture postcard perfect.
Here, this is our resort. That's us.
Right here at the beach.
The white sand, the ocean, the colors, the green, blue water. Oh my God, it was spectacular.
It's actually quite prosperous. We brought some lipstick and makeup and other things like that with us to Cuba to give away to poor people. And we rented a motor scooter and drove all over Veradero looking for the poor part of town. We couldn't find one, and we ended up at the Committee for the Defense of the Revolution, sort of like a community office in town, political community office.
Oh, that was a fun pool, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had a swim up bar and everything.
Yeah, we swam up to the bar and everything was free as part of the inclusive. A beautiful woman.
What?
We liked the resort, but it was fun to go off it as well and see the real Cubans, although Veradero is not exactly the real Cuba. It was hot. You could only stay out in the sun for so long, even if you were just walking around. You
Al Capone's
had
house
to hydrate
turned into a restaurant.
regularly.
If you go to Cuba, you have to bring a lot of money with you. I mean, a dollar goes a long way, but you have to be pumping them out constantly.
Yeah, it's a dog and the dog has on the roof, remember that?
Yeah. And there's
great music.
yeah,
Great music.
music players like everywhere on the streets.
Yeah, it was really, really nice too.
Yeah,
They
they're
weren't bad.
Quizás no esperes, doloroso tal vez. Escúchame, que aunque me duela el alma, yo necesito hablarte, y así lo haré. Nosotros que fuimos tan sinceros.
This was the most exciting part of the journey for me, right here.
I was really quite surprised, actually. It felt like many other cities. I didn't think it would feel quite that way. It did.
I think we're driving down the road to go to the Cuban's house that we stayed at.
I was a little apprehensive about where we were going to be staying. We weren't paying very much, so I wasn't expecting very much, but it was really nice. And it was really afforded us an opportunity to see how real habaneros live. This was the room, no windows. It was rather close in there, a little stifling, but cooler than everywhere else, I guess. The kitchen and the common room were very inviting. Our hosts were very, very nice. It was interesting to watch them at work. We knew that it wasn't legal for them to be serving us food. They're allowed to have you stay and pay for accommodations, but they're not supposed to feed you. Not for cash in any event. So they would cover up the windows while we ate.
$25 a night. It was well worth it.
The food was always very good. Usually involved some sort of chicken dish. It was interesting to watch how they reused everything as well. They reused the coffee grinds, the broth from all of the vegetables, and the chicken are reused for soup.
There's the food that they gave us made us have the run.
I liked that place. It didn't have as much as we had, but they had enough to, live off of.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it seemed kind of really good.
This was a highlight.
There's old buildings that crumbled down for a long time ago, I guess.
Oh, those are really old. Like 100 years, 150 years old. Really old. They're old cars from like the 1950s.
This is,
so I don't have any modern cars.
Yeah, this is old Havana, so.
Yeah, this is old Havana.
It was blistering hot that day too.
The buildings were, sometimes they painted them like bright blue.
Oh, look, there's that little kid there we gave a hockey card to.
No, I gave him a baseball card, remember?
Or, yeah, a baseball card, sorry. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's showing it to his friend.
You have friends in Vancouver?
We paid this guy $1. We were looking for a bicycle
So
repair
there's an
factory.
old bike shop, not old bike shop, but a bike shop.
Yeah, a really new one. They're about to mass produce.
This gives Cubans jobs to work there, and it gives them bikes if they can't afford cars.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a good way of transportation.
There's a lot of bikes there, like 500, over 500 probably.
My name is Linda Nauman, and I work here in Havana in this project, which is called Bicycles Crossing Borders, Bicicletas Cruzando Fronteras. And we're in the process of opening a full-service bike shop here in Old Havana, so we'll be able to offer rentals for tourists. We'll have a regular repair shop and sales of parts and accessories for the Cuban population here. And we're also fixing up used bikes that we've brought down from Canada, which will be going to workplaces in Old Havana. So we've got about 1,000 bikes here at the moment, which we're in the process of fixing up. As we get all of our permission to open the shop, out go. The biggest challenge in Cuba, yes, the bureaucracy is things are very slow, and it's something that it's the reality of doing business in Cuba. It takes a long time to get things set up. I mean, I think this is going to be an incredibly successful project. It takes its time to get started, but we've had so much support from the people in Toronto and the volunteers that work on this project in Toronto that it's going to be a great success. It's a great city. I mean, it's a big city like anywhere else. It's got lots of interesting cultural stuff going on. It's a neat place.
This was the goal of my trip. Visit this bike factory and bring down a bag full of tools and knickknacks and stuff from Canada, toothpaste and stuff for the workers.